What's up, guys? Jordan here from Show Me Vegas, and as you can see, I'm standing outside the iconic Caesars Palace. It's walkthrough time. This is going to be the longest and most daunting walkthrough I've ever done on the channel, so let's go get to it. Alright, normally I start these at the main valet, but because this hotel has so much stuff outside, we're going to start out here in the front lawn, if you will, of Caesars Palace. Over here on the left, you've got Purple Zebra Daiquiri Bar. Next to that is the Green Fairy Garden, and inside there is the Absinthe Tent. That's where Absinthe has been performed for several years now. We saw that a few years ago, and it was a great show, although the ticket prices are really high. And then, of course, outside you also have Hell's Kitchen right here on the Strip. Let's run over here real quick and take a look at some of the most famous fountains in Vegas. Alright, as I head back up and go inside, as always, I'm going to use the property map to help show us around. That is extra important at this hotel because this has got to be the most confusing layout in Vegas. We're not going to enter the main valet, but here it is. Keep in mind, this is being filmed at about 7:45 on a Monday morning. We're going to enter these doors because this is where you'll find the famous front desk here at Caesars. Always have to get a photo op at these fountains. Front desk right behind.
Hey, welcome to Caesars.
Hi.
Hello.
Checking in?
Yes. Yeah, we have a reservation under Dr. Price.
Okay.
Jaunt over here to the left real quick and show you a couple of things. Over here on the left is Cafe Americano. That's open 24 hours. We won't go all the way up this hallway because we're going to come back that way in a little bit. But this is how you get to the Augustus Tower. And past the Augustus Tower is the Octavius Tower. Also down that hallway is 7 stars registration and diamond check-in. So let's head back out. As always, we're going to stick to the right as best we can in this massive property and try to go all the way around. Not long ago, they did a massive overhaul to this main entrance area. New bar here on the right called the Galleria Bar, which is really pretty. New table games area right here, sandwiched in between the Galleria Bar and the main table pits. And then these are the doors that come in from the main valet. The remodel of this lobby was really well done. The famous Caesar statue is now bigger and up on a pedestal. Great photo op there. And then this is the famous table games area here at Caesars. The iconic dome. Again, it's early on a Monday morning, so there's not a lot of action going on in there.
Mom, we are hot. We are red hot. The Babbitt brothers kicking ass in Vegas.
We look fortunate.
We got Cleopatra and Caesar over there waiting for you.
All right, let's stick to the right and keep going. We're going to pass Brioche by Guy Savoy here. Good place to get some coffee and pastries in the morning. This portion of the casino is known as the Palace Casino. Later on, we're going to see the Forum Casino. These tables here are usually only open in the evenings. These are where you're going to find your lower limits here at Caesars. I say lower limits, but you're rarely going to find less than $25. All right, this entrance has got your taxi pickup. If you come in here, you're right outside Stanton Social Prime, one of the newer restaurants here at Caesars. Over on the left here, I didn't mention, but that's Alto Bar. Music is really loud for 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. We'll see how well this picks up. Small gaming arena here on the left. And as you can see, we're headed toward the Caesars Sportsbook. As we get into the Sportsbook, you see Omnia on the right. This is the nightclub here at Caesars. Very popular. Love that wood paneling and those huge wood doors. Here is the Caesars Race and Sportsbook. One of the bigger ones on the Strip, one of the more impressive on the Strip. Humongous center bar. Right outside that, Amalfi by Bobby Flay. That is coastal cuisine. You can go in there and actually pick out your own fish from the case and have it prepared for you right then. Just past the Sportsbook, here's the poker room. Actually a little bit of action going on at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. It's been very busy in the evenings. Not a huge poker room, but a popular one. All right, as we approach the Colosseum now, we're entering into what's known as the Forum Casino. We'll stick to the right. Over here to the right, you're going to find the Caesars Rewards Desk. Of note, you can get your card reprinted at the cashier if you already have a card. But if you need a new sign up, you'll come over here. Great selection of slots out here in this part of the casino, and we actually won money here yesterday, so this is our new favorite area. And here we have the entrance to the Colosseum. One of the best theaters on the Strip. Has always the biggest headliners. Right now, Adele, Garth Brooks. You can see Jerry Seinfeld up there as well. Used to be home to Celine Dion as well, so we have never seen a show here, but I hear it's pretty impressive. Passing the Colosseum, we're coming up now on Vanderpump Cocktail Garden. This is the original Vanderpump here in Vegas. There's now 2 and soon to be 3. Vanderpump à Paris over at Paris. And then there's also going to be one at Flamingo soon. And then past that, the Forum shops. They are closed right now because it's so early in the morning. We weren't going to go in there anyway. That could fill its own entire video. Good shopping down there, though, and approachable, affordable. Some higher-end stuff, but also a lot of normal stuff. Also a lot of great restaurants down there. You see right next to that is an Enterprise rent-a-car desk. And over here is where they have pretty much all of the video poker here at Caesars. The older video poker machines all kind of crammed back here in the corner. Back here past this video poker is where you're going to find the rideshare pickup and drop off. You see that sign straight ahead in the corner. That's where you're going to be dropped off or picked up if you want rideshare here at Caesars Palace. All right, right here on the right is Stadia Sports Bar. I've never been a big fan of the way this is decorated. These leather helmets I think are a little bit kitschy, but pretty large sports bar. Then right next to that, you've got the Forum Food Hall. This is the perfect time to be in the food hall because this is normally really busy. Food hall's got DeFara Pizza, Bobby's Burgers, the Halal Guys, Tiger Walkin' Ramen, and Chicken Guy, which is a chicken concept by Guy Fieri. There's also a Starbucks right down here on the corner of the food hall. All right, let's get back out to the casino. Gordon Ramsay Pub and Grill right in front of us. One of two Gordon Ramsay restaurants here on the property. The other was Hell's Kitchen that we saw before we came in. Right over there to the left of that is Dominique Ansel, inventor of the Cronut. We had a couple of those Cronuts for the first time and they are awesome. Get one. Straight ahead you'll see Num Bar. No Fat Tuesday here, but that's pretty much the same thing. Right next to that, you're going to see Vista Cocktail Lounge. Take a quick look inside. All right, we've already been through this area, so we're going to cut through and show you how to get to some of the hotel towers and even the pool here at Caesars. You can see right outside Dominique Ansel here is the elevators for the Colosseum Tower. That used to be the Forum Tower. It's newly remodeled, and so they renamed it as well. And this is where this hotel gets a little bit difficult to navigate. There's all these interior hallways. This is the backside of Vista Cocktail Lounge. And this is where you could get lost back in here if you're not careful. All right, tell you what, we'll zip down this way real quick and then we'll get back to our route going around the outside. Directly in front of us here, Brasserie B by Bobby Flay. Almost brand new. On our right here is Nobu Restaurant, and directly in front of us, Nobu Hotel. Nobu Hotel is one of those hotels within a hotel concept. This is extremely high-end, and this is where you'll go to check in if you're staying there. Just outside that is the Monte Cristo Cigar Bar. And then that cuts back out to the casino. You can see the main table games area straight ahead. We're going to go back and get back to the route of going around the outside. All right, back down this hallway and let's continue on around the outside of the property. Back this way, you're going to find the Palace Tower elevators and the Julius Tower elevators as well. The Julius Tower is actually the original hotel tower here at Caesars. This is the Palace Tower and one of the pool entrances. So we'll run back here real quick. I say we're back here in the Palace Tower. We're not there yet. It's still further ahead there. The pool is closed. This is being filmed in February. Pool is closed for the season. They don't have any pools open right now, actually. See quite a bit of retail back here as well. But also back here is an essentials store. And right over here is Pronto by Giada. It's a little wine bar. They also have small bites and sandwiches, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I know there is food. I'm not exactly sure what it consists of. You can see we're all decked out for Lunar New Year here at Caesars right now. Conference center and ballrooms up that way. On the right here is Mr. Chow. That is a fine dining Chinese establishment. And then we've got a little bar here that sits right outside the entrance to two things. Peter Luger Steakhouse is right here on the right. That is a famous New York City steakhouse, circa 1887. Only opened a couple of months ago here at Caesars. Pretty well received so far from what I've seen. And then of course right here we've got the Bacchanal Buffet. I did make a video on the Bacchanal Buffet this past summer. I'm going to put a link to that video down below. The most expensive buffet in town if you don't count the one out at the M Resort. But it's famous for a reason. It is pretty good. Check out that video. Alright, we keep going back this way and we are going to get to the Augustus and Octavius Towers, only we're going to get there from the back side. Here you get a little glimpse of the pool. Empty right now. Again, not just of people, but even water. I'm coming all the way back around here. That is the hallway. On the right is the Octavius Tower. On the left is the Augustus Tower. We were there at the very beginning of the tour, right after we came through the main lobby. All right, let's zip back this way because there is just a little bit more to show. See a sign here for breakfast at Bobby's. That's Bobby's Burgers at the food court. They do serve breakfast now. We got a couple of those sandwiches delivered to the room yesterday, and they were great. Not cheap, especially when you're paying for a room service, but worth it because we were not ready to leave the room yet. All right, we come back out here onto the back side of the Palace Casino now. Back here, the slots are generally a little higher limit. Back up this hallway, you can see we were just there, headed toward the Palace Tower. In this part of the casino, this is where the slots are usually a little higher limit. You can see $1 machines and some higher. Back here to the back, you're going to find the cashier directly in front of me. And if we look at that way, you can see the table games dome and the main entrance. And this is the elevators for the Julius Tower. And directly in front of us, Beijing Noodle number 9. I said it was a little confusing back here, and this is why. You can get lost back here, and this is where it's going to happen, if it's going to happen. At this point, we are essentially walking in circles, but that's the only way to see the entire middle of this property. The reason it's so confusing here is because this property was built over such a long period of time. Different towers were added at different times, and they just kept expanding this way. Alright, we're headed now toward the statue of David that's nearly dead center here at Caesar's Palace. Now's a good time to go ahead and retrace our routes so you know where we've been today. Hey, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for coming along. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Check out our other walkthroughs as well as all the other content out on the channel. We'll see you in the next video because there's always more for us to show you on Show Me Vegas.